Oh my gosh, I want to share some life updates from Da Nang, Vietnam, and I'm in my Thai Beach. Hey there, this is Lequita Travels. I document how small career and lifestyle decisions create freedom. So it has been forever. I think the last thing I posted on this particular YouTube page was the social work movement. And it was amazing. I had a really great time interviewing a variety of social workers with different backgrounds to just kind of highlight, the possibilities of, a social work degree. Like, it's so versatile. And I think sometimes people just don't really understand or recognize how much you can do, and also the piece that you have to be extremely intentional when it comes to, mapping your social work career. So a lot has happened over the years, and I'm feeling so awesome. I think the biggest thing is that I'm actually in Asia for 4 months. I was in Phuket, Thailand for 30 days, and now I'm actually in Da Nang, Vietnam. So Phuket was for May, Da Nang, Vietnam, June, and then I'm not sure where I'm going to land for July and August. Either way, I'm going to be somewhere in Asia for these months. And I think that one of the cool things with actually doing this, it's been a vision of mine for, I would say, for probably over 6 years. I've talked about living a vacation lifestyle where I get to live, work, play, philanthropy anywhere in the world. Some people call it a work from anywhere life. Others, digital nomad, expat, whatever you want to call it. And this has been a vision of mine. So it's oh my God, the vision is it's really real. I'm actually doing it. And Lequita Travels is my new YouTube page that I started, where it's actually the manifestation of me utilizing the social work career mapping framework, because that's a curriculum that I received a spiritual download around January of 2022. Yeah, 2022, not this year. January of 2022, I got the spiritual download. I was on vacation in Miami about this curriculum, so I quickly wrote down, or really I emailed myself all 8 of the modules, and I was like, okay, I don't want to forget this. and now finally in June of 2026, I have officially finished the workbook. I sent it to print, and now I'm just waiting and for it to actually come in the mail. So fingers crossed it will arrive before June 26th, hopefully. So then I can go ahead and decide where my next stop is at, because I can't actually leave Da Nang, Vietnam until my workbook actually arrives. So fingers crossed that it comes. But Lequita Travels is the manifestation of that, and it's all coming together. So even though I've had this vision and the spiritual, or one, the vision of working from anywhere, and two, the spiritual download for the curriculum, it just wasn't the time. So I just want to say to you that there's a time and a season for everything. And sometimes things just feel right. It just feels natural. It feels organic. It feels like this is what's supposed to be happening right now. And I feel like I'm in that season of my life. So a few things I would just, challenge you is to, one, get clear on your vision, because it all really started with the vision. The vision for living a digital nomad life. The vision for being able to leverage my social work skills in a different way, where it doesn't always require me to exchange time for money. And it's been a process. I don't want people to think that, or when you see people online, and it's like, oh my God, they're just living their best lives and everything is amazing, and everything just, you know, like miraculously just happen overnight. Like, no, that's not the case. Typically, it's been years and years and years. It's been planning, it's been strategy, it's been wins, it's been losses, it's been like little steps along the way. It's been like all the things. So it's not like some just straight line and it's like, ah, I did it, I'm here, yay, Hercules. Like, yeah, it doesn't work that way. So start with the vision, like what it is that you actually want to achieve, and then from that you write that down. You know what the vision is, and then you just let that be. Like, don't just keep harping on the vision, because it can become like extremely overwhelming when you have a vision that's like so big, and you're just and you don't want to get in like analysis paralysis or like decision fatigue. Like, you don't want that to happen, because you're just stuck, because you're so focused on the big vision. Don't focus on the big vision. Focus on, you know, the next best step. What is going to be the next thing for you to do that's going to actually like help you move the needle to get to the next increment along the process. And I would say I didn't jump from straight living in Jacksonville, Florida in my house straight to Asia. It didn't work that way. I initially took like I guess you could say a baby step in a sense. Well, one, I've been an entrepreneur since like February 2019. Like, I quit my job at the Department of Veterans Affairs, you know, to homeschool my daughter because she needed some additional support. So since then, I've been an entrepreneur, and I've done a variety of things like teaching, coaching, training, speaking, writing, all the things. Even been an adjunct professor, and I've taught social work practice a few times. So I want to just give that caveat. And before that, I did work for the Department of Veterans Affairs for 6.5 years with homeless veterans, and I also worked in hospice doing home visits for maybe about a year. So that's just a little bit about my background. But once I transitioned to entrepreneurship, it's just been a variety of things. Plus, I've had a VA grant after I left the VA. So that's just a little bit about my background. So my daughter, so it's finally at a point in 2025 where my daughter is like doing her thing. Like, she was 20 at that time, like living in New York, self-sufficient, and because she had said to me like early in the year in 2025, she's like, hey mom, I'm actually going to like move to New York in August. And I was like, oh my God, that's real cute, right? Like, okay, this is the thing. But it was just like, okay, like I believed her, but it was like, you know, in order for it to become real, you have to actually like execute in real life. So, and I be doggone, she did it by August of 2025. So at that point, I didn't have any more excuses anymore. There was nothing, like, I've been talking this big talk for like 6 years about living this vacation lifestyle and all these things, and there was like nothing holding me back anymore. Nothing at all. And she had moved to New York, and then I was still in the house. Then I asked, I was like, well, hey, do you want me to keep the house? And she was just like, no, I'm not, you know, Jacksonville, Florida is cool, but I'm not moving back. So go ahead and sell the house. So it was like, oh, okay. So I went ahead, put the house up for sale. And then in order to generate, because it's like, okay, if I'm going to live this vacation lifestyle, I need to get some chunks of money fast. So I went ahead and did a travel social work contract in Salem, Oregon, and that gave me chunks of money. So pretty much I just left my house as it was in Jacksonville, Florida, and the only thing I did was pack my luggage with some work clothes, and then flew to Salem, Oregon, and started working the travel social work contract at a behavioral health clinic. And during my time there, I actually had, you know, a buyer who wanted to buy the house. So quickly flew back to Jacksonville, moved everything out of the house, and then the house sold in December of 2025 while I was still in Salem, Oregon. And then when it was getting close to my contract ending, I decided I didn't want to renew that contract because it served the purpose it needed to serve. Some chunks of money, but I also felt burned out because the realization is I'm not an office chick. Like, now, if I was desperate and destitute, I would definitely do another travel social work contract again in a behavioral health clinic just to get the chunks of money if I was desperate and destitute. But it did cause me to feel like burnout in like real life. Yeah, just because, shoot, I just do better working in communities instead of actually working in a building. So from Salem, Oregon, it was like, okay, the contract ended. Let's go ahead and get these travels on. So here I am, Lequita Travels, and this is actually, and I've been in the social profession for 15 years now. I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I know I've had people say to me, well, are you on, I guess, oh, how's your vacation going? And I have to like rephrase it because language is like everything when you're talking to people. This is not a vacation. Like, this is a lifestyle. I just so happen to be in Da Nang, Vietnam, living and working. So being able to tour different places and sightsee while also hosting my BIPOC group that I do for a mental health hotline, or even working on the social work career mapping workbook, creating content, doing all the business things. So I just so happen to be doing it from a destination. So it's just me living regular life. So the possibilities for your life are infinite. Make sure you follow the journey. Go subscribe to Lequita Travels. That's Lequita Travels on YouTube. So then you can, you know, stay engaged and find out what's going on with me. And also, if you have any videos or suggestions or things that you want to learn about, let me know, and I can just flip my camera on during this, you know, 1 hour walk that I do every morning at the beach. It's so beautiful out here. So this is Lequita Travels.
Tại buổi tiếp, Phó Thủ tướng Lê Tiến Châu đề nghị quý vị bạn quan tâm một số nội dung như
so nice. And just for context, this is like 5 something in the morning. So, and it's like so many people out here, like, they do not play about their wellness. That's one thing I would say. Da Nang, Vietnam is serious about the wellness. This is Lequita Travels.